Hey, thanks for meeting with me. I know it was short notice, but we have some important topics today to discuss, and who better to discuss them with than you? So I appreciate you showing up here, and maybe we can work together to find some more prospects, some more potential customers, earn our company some more money, which is good for everybody, and and we can just go on from there. So if that's okay, I'd like to go ahead and start. To find new customers, nothing is better selling than our reputation, as it is now. So we work within our current customer line, and they know their colleagues who might need the same product that we offer that helps them, could help someone that's a non-competitor, and we can incentivize this. So we can say for every successful referral that you give us, we knock down your price a percent or 2% or whatever fits that specific situation best. Also, the obvious route is LinkedIn. We can go searching on social media, look at resumes, look at bios, who works for a company that does what our product will enhance. All the information is out there. We just got to capitalize on it. And I mean, obviously, there's 1,000 companies. All the information is online. We could do some research to find companies that are large-scale companies that don't have private jets. I mean, that's our market right now. Is who doesn't have a jet, and that's a big company because they would obviously need to have jet and have expedient transportation. And another thing that this is just an idea to throw it out there. We could call airlines and see, what are the businesses that travel most commercially and how frequently do they travel. Somehow get the facts from a secondary source on these companies' travel plans. Um, and then we got to go down a list, right? A list of what are the most important factors to us to qualify this business as worth our time to try to pitch and try to sell to. The number one factor for me is what are the expenses for traveling that this company pays for annually or even monthly. As if the higher that is, if that's higher than what we offer, then that's a no-brainer sale right there. But even if it would cost more for us to do business with us instead of what they're currently doing, our benefits could outweigh the gap in pricing. And if this close, I think it's another great easy sale. Um, and then another factor we could see is traveling commercially. Flights get delayed all the time. Uh, your meeting is set up for this time. Your flight gets delayed. I'm sorry, but there's nothing you can do about it. But we can avoid that with our company, and that's a great factor to know is if they deal with those problems. Also, where their offices are located. So if they're spaced out across the U.S., because the U.S. is a large company, they're going to be traveling a lot. And especially if they do international business, they're going to be going from one country to the other. And you lose luggage, you don't know who you're sitting next to. Is there enough space for you to do your work? If you got to go first class, then the prices just keep going higher and higher. And those are issues that we could easily solve. So if we could find people that have businesses across the U.S. spaced out or do business internationally, I think that'd be a great factor for us to invest in. And then also, the company needs to be financially strong because our jets, though very beneficial, are quite pricey. So if we find a company that is in dire need of faster travel and more reliable, if they can't pay for it, it's probably not worth our time. Although we could set up a payment plan, but if their numbers are really bad, it's not worth the risk for us. I don't think so. And then once we find the company and they have the factors, we got to get in there face to face somehow and be able to talk to these guys. And that's not always the easiest thing to do, but there are some ways to get around it. One, I think, is obviously mutual friends. If we know somebody in the company, we can ask them. If we know somebody who knows somebody, we can still go through that chain. One of the ways that I think would be helpful would be to contact the salesmen of that company who are doing the traveling and not the decision maker, but even the major players in that company that are traveling and dealing with the hassle of not having a private jet, if we can tell them, hey, what we have is going to help you, then they would be willing to introduce us to the decision maker. So I think that's a great way in. Also, just getting to know the lower level gatekeepers um, is also great. So that's what I have for you today. I hope that was helpful and we can move forward with bringing in new money, generate new business. Thank you.